Welcome back, viewers. You're watching the Savera and I'm Shefali. Washington and New Delhi appear to have avoided a fresh trade flashpoint, as US President Donald Trump indicated that his administration may not go ahead with imposing additional 25% secondary tariff on India over its purchase of Russian oil. Now, speaking to a private media channel, Air Force One, on his way to Alaska, Trump suggested that the need for such tariffs may not arise, claiming that Russia has already lost India as a significant oil customer. He said, well, Putin lost an oil client, so to speak, which is India, which was doing about 40% of the oil. China, as you know, is doing a lot. Now, Trump remarked, he further explained that secondary sanctions would be very devastating if applied, but left room for flexibility, adding, if I have to do it, I'll do it. Maybe I won't have to do it.
Well, he lost an oil client, so to speak, which is India, which was doing about 40% of the oil. China, as you know, is doing a lot. And others have another few countries. And if I did what's called a secondary sanction or a secondary tariff, it would be, very devastating from their standpoint. If I have to do it, I'll do it. Maybe I won't have to do it.
So the US had earlier announced that if relations with Russia worsened, a 25% secondary tariff on India could be implemented from August 27. Just days ago, Treasury Secretary Scott Bennett hinted that if the Trump-Putin meeting in Alaska did not yield positive results, penalties on India could escalate further. India, however, had maintained a firm stance, calling such targeting unjustified and unreasonable. Officials reiterated that as a major economy, India serves the right to safeguard its national interest and economic security. New Delhi has emphasized that while it continues to purchase some Russian energy, it has simultaneously ramped up exports from the United States, thereby contributing directly to Washington's own trade objectives. Official trade data reflects this shift. India's oil and gas imports from the US surged by 51% between January and June this year. Liquefied natural gas imports nearly double, rising to $2.46 billion in financial year 24-25 compared to $1.41 billion in financial year 23-24. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had earlier pledged to boost energy imports from the US to $25 million in 2025, up from $15 million in 2024, in a bid to help lower the US trade deficit, a central goal of Trump's economic strategy. Now, to fulfill this commitment, India's state-owned oil and gas companies have already entered negotiations with American energy firms for additional long-term supply contracts. New Delhi has also underscored its policy of diversifying energy sources, with a clear aim of reducing dependence on any single country, including Russia. Diplomats in both capitals stress that the India-US relationship is far broader than energy trade. Strategic cooperation, defense ties, and technological partnerships, from key pillars to the bilateral engagement, which both sides are keen to protect from being overshadowed by disputes over Russian oil purchases. That's all for now in this update. Stay tuned to the Savera, download the app and follow us on various social media platforms.